How do you all find your boyfriends and are in relationships and it works? I don't understand it. There are a billion of people in this world. Do we have like multiple people that are for us and we just gotta find one of them? Or do we really have one person? Because how the fuck am I supposed to find that person?
Okay, super hot and ironic take, but I don't think being in a relationship is the flex that you think it is. And my sentiment is wrapped up in something my friend said to me a while ago. She said, Farah, the problem has never been finding a man. The problem has been finding a good man. Like, I don't think I will ever be jealous of a couple on the internet.
Romantic love is the biggest propaganda that's ever been sold to women. This is a script designed by society to make women willingly give up our power, ambitious resources without even realizing it.
I moved in with my children's father when I was 18 years old. We got married pretty young. I was 23. I always knew that I loved him more than he loved me. I just did. A year after we got married, things had changed. He had changed. And he said, I don't want kids anymore. I don't want to be married. And I said, why did we just buy a house? Like, why did you marry me? I didn't get on one knee and ask you to marry me. And he said, because if I didn't marry you, someone else would have. And that was the vibe.
Whenever somebody is coming in your life, they are coming to take something from you. You just have to figure out what that thing is. This is what happened between Janae and Kenny. Can I say I'm surprised? Absolutely not. I think that a lot of women fall into this trap. A lot of women are not able to understand that life is a game. And while you're moving authentically with people, they're moving strategically with you.
As a relationship therapist, I realized that a lot of people never actually find their true love. Now stick with me here. And it's so interesting because these days, especially as we get older, we see our friends and our peers getting married and having children and appearing to be with their forever partners. But a lot of these couples do come to me. And what if I told you that most of these connections aren't as rooted in love as they may appear?
Yeah, why the fuck my guy just went to the bathroom, right? Now we was just listening to some music. This motherfucker got his shit mirror to the phone and the bitch forgot. Look, let me show y'all this shit so y'all won't think I'm fucking tripping. This nigga he in the bathroom. Look. What? She just got in the crib. Oh, okay. Trying to come over. Hell yeah, I was just thinking about you the whole time I was out. Oh, really? Oh, bitch, okay. Okay. Look, he's still texting her ass. Wait till he get the fuck out this bathroom. Wait till this bitch. Oh, now he went on the bitch. Y'all, do y'all see this shit? Look. So y'all won't think I'm fucking lying. Look.
Men will be more willing to debate a woman's standard down to the bare minimum rather than going out there to find a woman that has a low standard already that fits their own standard. They do this not because they like the woman or they love the woman. They do this because they want to tear her down, they want to bring her down, and they want to prove a point. A woman said the benevolent patriarchy man does not exist. Another woman said men are weird and delusional. Let's talk about it.
Men will always be more willing to debate your standards down to the bare minimum than they ever will be to go out in the world and find someone who already has low standards, because it was never actually about the standards. It was about fighting you down. It was about arguing with you. It was about breaking your will.
Again, the benevolent patriarch does not exist.
That was such a bar, I'm going to repeat it. The benevolent patriarch does not exist. And I think the sooner that women can get this really internalized and absorbed, the better, right? We have to understand that because we live in a patriarchy, there really is no version of a man that is entirely safe for women and who is completely benevolent towards us. The system that they have set up literally is intended to exploit and oppress women, and they do, even the ones who don't really intend to. And you know that original creator Jessica J is telling the truth because she's an S-worker, and nobody can tell you more hard truth about men than S-workers can. They see behind the facade to what men are really like, how men really behave. I mean, point of fact, most of the clients that S-workers see are married men, and most of those married men are not telling their wives what they're doing. One of the things that S workers see very clearly is the way that men treat women who they are not attracted to, particularly if you are an S worker, whether it's a midnight ballerina or a mattress actress. If men see you as a commodity that they are allowed to consume, but they personally don't find you attractive, they will say and do the most vile, horrible things to you as though you are not a human at all. And that's on patriarchy. Anyway, I'm really enjoying that creator Jessica J's content, so I think you would like her too, so go give her a follow.
Men as a species need to be fucking studied, because y'all are weird. Literally fucking delusional. How do y'all come into a woman's life and y'all will see she has a business, a job, a car, home, place. She's thriving and frolicking in the fucking world with her friends, being beautiful. Bitch might even have a little dog or something just laying around. You know what I mean? Like, just living her life. And y'all will literally, it's like a gene that y'all have, like, triggers you. And y'all are just like, how do I bring this dick in her life and fuck it up? Swear to God. Some of y'all are literally like little terrorists of a woman's prosperity. I just don't understand. Here comes Tom with his dick, and he's just fucking up her whole setup. Now she ain't got no friends. Now she's stressed at her job. They're asking her, are you okay? Oh, you, why do you have no makeup on today? Bitch, because Tom started some bullshit this morning. I have no motherfucking time to cater to myself. Literally, they will come around and just drain all the fun about your life. Now you're trying to figure out why you're in Target wearing an oversized hoodie and sweatpants and not enjoying it, for the record, because sometimes that can be fun until Tom comes around. The next thing you know, you're just too fucking stressed to give a damn to put on a two-piece. Literally. I don't get it. Y'all are fucking weird.
Okay, let's have this conversation about men not going for women that meet the standards. Rather, they want a woman that is obviously above their league, and they are forcing the woman to reduce their standards for them or reduce her standards for him. Okay, let's see how people are reacting to this in the comment section. People have a lot to say. This one says, I will take it even further. They won't even pick the girl with low standards because they know that her standards are low and they think she's trash or not wifey material. They want a woman to prove they can be their wife through humiliation. Let's see how people reacted to this. There's something to what you're saying. The whole coffee debate conversation is also giving 50-50 energy. Yes, there's a conversation on going on coffee date. I was going to talk about this, but let's see. I might talk about it later, but let's keep reading. Yet, those same men would never bring their dream girl to a coffee date and call it a date. They know exactly whose face to play in. Patrick almost did this. I guess Patrick might be a man that she knows. This is why nobody knows my standards except for the man that meets them. The woman who made the original coffee date post touched on this. She said while the men were insulting her and trying to humble her, they should have been in the DMs of the women in her comment section who were openly okay with the coffee dates. Men don't go for the low-hanging fruits. I'm sorry to say it that way. Everyone cannot have the same standards. Some people's standards are higher than the other. Men love task. They love mission. They love difficult women, not because they love them, but they love them because they are tasked to them and they want to undo them. They want to conquer them. It's a mission to them. We debate standards, but not their salary. It's about humbling women they know wouldn't give them the time of the day. How they do come at me crazy because I refuse to date a guy with no license or car. We don't live in a metropolitan area, so a car is necessary. Yes, and some feel entitled to any woman they desire. Who they want should want them. That's what the system told them, that they have the right to any woman they want. But reality check does set in when they go out there to try it out. And then when they realize that not every woman wants them, frustration sets in. They get angry. They struggle with rejection. Some become aggressive and violent in the process. Because in their head, why should this girl, this woman that is supposed to be beneath me, have the right, have a say on who she wants to be with? She is supposed to see me approaching her as a favor, but that's not what she's doing. Rather, she's having the standards. Who is she to have a standard? That's what they think. They believe that women are not supposed to have a say. We're not supposed to have a voice. We're not supposed to have a standard. Any man that approaches us, we should accept that man because the man is a man. Doesn't work that way. Heavy on breaking your will. Men love when they can break through that access. They love a challenge and a chase. That's why they disappear or ghost after you give in. Challenge over, on to the next chase. Yes, I remember when I was wearing this elegant dress and I was feeling good about about myself, and this guy had the audacity to reply to my story, "Don't flatter yourself," but I didn't even acknowledge him, just ignored him as if he never existed. Some men hate women. Some men are jealous and envious of women. They are angry when a woman is successful, when a woman is happy, when a woman is thriving. They don't like it. Some men on their own set themselves on a mission to pull down any woman that they think is successful. They camouflage, they act like they care about you, but they're on a mission to destroy whatever you have going on for you. This is simply about control. No one will ever convince me otherwise. To break your will gives them more options to seemingly choose from. Interesting. I have always wondered but never understood why. Like, there are women out there that are exactly what they want, but they never choose them. Instead, they try to force women that aren't what they want to convert to what they want. Why the hassle when you can literally get what you want? For example, the coffee date person. She doesn't want coffee date, which is to me okay. She has the right to want what she wants. There are other women, however, who don't mind coffee dates and have gone on many. Why try to bully her into accepting what she doesn't want when there are women who have no problem with it? Like, why not just choose what you want? Let's take comments from this particular clip. This lady says, "I'm a 600 per hour escort in Australia. I have clients who live a block away and come to visit me for a 30-minute booking while their wife thinks he's at the shop. 99% my clients are married." What does that tell you? Benevolent patriarchy is an oxymoron. There is no benevolence in patriarchy. I really believe that the majority of them don't even like us. Many of them don't even hide it. The majority of them pretend so that they can get access to our bodies. They can only think transactionally. I've heard a creator say that women are seen as human givers and men as human beings under patriarchy, and I think is a very important explanation. You can see how and why men are upset if we don't fulfill this role of giving and centering them, and why we aren't entitled to boundaries and our own agendas. Men want us to make everything about them. They want us to always center them, praise them, worship them, baby them, make them the air we breathe. The moment we start choosing to be our own person, placing our happiness above everything, it becomes a problem. They start attacking us. The hatred sets in, the jealousy sets in. Okay, let's take comments from this particular clip. I will never not quote Trevor Noah's mom. The way my mother always explained it, the traditional man wants a woman to be subservient, but he never falls in love with subservient women. He's attracted to independent women. He likes an exotic bird collector. He's like an exotic bird collector, she said. He only wants a woman who is free because his dream is to put her in a cage. This does make sense. They want to go out there and conquer you. Once you get conquered, they lose interest, they move on to the next target, the next mission, the next task, the next independent woman that is not giving in to conquer. They get their fulfillment in conquering women, in belittling women, in humbling women. My husband literally left today, and this was the most peaceful evening I've had in 4 years. I can't wait to get my life back. Then they wonder why we glow up after we leave them. Anytime a man loves something about me, I know that's what he wants to take away. When I started dating my ex, I was a figure skater and discus thrower, graduating high school early to go brown. 6 years later, I moved back to Texas with a duffel bag, $24 to my name, and barely a HS diploma. Like, I can't even pinpoint how or when it happened. Meanwhile, during the time, he went from a cashier to a crane operator, and I waited on him hand and foot. Ladies, never throw away your dreams, your aspiration for any man. Never abandon your own dream to build a man. You're not Bob the Builder. Don't do that. The moment you decide to abandon your life, your passion, your dreams to build a man, that is the moment you're making the wrong decision. Nothing is guaranteed in relationship or in marriage. That man can pack up tomorrow and leave. What becomes of you? What makes you think you cannot build yourself? Why must you always want to build that man? Why can't you use the block and make the foundation for yourself and build yourself? tough? Or why can't you build why he builds alongside you? Must you be the one to build him? Men are users. They know women love to build. They know women love to assist. So they intentionally go for women that have that spirit of building and assisting. They use women to get to the top as a ladder. Please don't fall into that pit. You just described my last relationship with Tom and why I have been intentionally single since. Women have to demand better from the jump. I'm a therapist, and the things women put up with in the beginning of a relationship sets the bar lower than low. You are a queen. Set the standards high and make them prove they are worth your time.
Men are not naturally providers nor protectors. I mean, if they were, everyone in the world would have what they needed. Men control most of the wealth. Men control most of the public policy decisions. We wouldn't have war. Everyone would have enough food if men were naturally providers and protectors. It's never been a secret to me. It's always given like my nephew who puts on a cape and says, I'm Batman. You know, being a provider and protector is not something you are just because you declare it so. Provision and protection are human traits and skills that fall under moral courage. Moral courage is something you possess after you've practiced it. They're human skills, which aren't gendered. They're human, but I can see the intention in many people that they want to be those things. These larger things of moral courage, provision and protection are actually held up by foundational skills that you actually need to practice. What are those skills? Listening. If you want to be a good provider and protector, you need to be a good listener. Curiosity. If you want to be a good provider and protector, you need to practice the skill of cultivating curiosity. If you want to be a good provider and protector, you have to be practicing the skill of humility. You have to be practicing the skill of connection. How to connect to others, how to connect to yourself. If you're not listening and paying attention, you won't even know what it means or what is required to provide and protect for those around you. Once again, this is for everyone. This isn't gendered. This is something all humans can practice and should practice if we're going to be good community members. Just to give you an example, I'm married. I share a lot about how my marriage has transformed, how we are stronger as a couple now. But years ago when I first started sharing, our marriage was not good. And here's the thing. My husband really wanted to be a good provider and protector, but he wasn't. But it's not because he wasn't trying. He was working really hard, in fact. But because he was a bad listener and because he wasn't paying attention, all of the actions he was doing were almost entirely useless because he wasn't really addressing the provision and protection of the needs of people around him. He had simply made a list in his own head of what he thought provision and protection should be, and then worked really hard at that, regardless of what was really going on in his life. This was terribly sad, because he was exhausting himself in an effort to do something he thought was good, and neglecting all of these other spaces in his life, which would have been more effective provision and protection for the people that he loved. I think a lot of people think they're just going to be thrown into a situation where they're just going to suddenly decide to be the thing the moment needs, the hero. But you do not just show up and suddenly become a person who is capable of large, grand, and even small acts of moral courage. You are practicing that type of person every day. That's how you rise to the challenges of the moment. You've been practicing in other moments. Don't get me wrong, I wish men were naturally providers and protectors. Like, the world could really use it.
I want to offend some people today with the truth. Maturity is realizing that if you remove money from the life of some men, they are utterly useless, empty, hopeless. They have nothing to offer. If you remove, like, I'm not even saying render them broke, just remove excess money from, they have nothing to offer. That's why you can't have a conversation with most of them without them flaunting money, telling you how many houses they have in Banana Island, how they do it, using money. If you pass club, the entire life is about money. All the girls in their life, they got them with money. You cannot have a conversation with these people without them trying to suppress and intimidate you with money. In fact, that they are in good terms with some of their friends and family is because of the money that they are pushing in, because that is what they have made their whole life about. That's why when you date them and they go broke, just for a few months, the beast in them comes out, because they have no personality, nothing else to offer. Any girl they meet like this is how to use money and knock her. That is just the thing.
If you look for 100 marriages and you empower the husbands, give them maybe 100 million each, there's a chance that 80% of those marriages will still stay.
Of course.
The wife will start living a better life, children, soften, you get that kind of thing. If you pick 1,000 marriages, empower the women, give them 100 million.
You have challenges.
There's a huge chance that over 50% of those marriages will end in divorce. The women will suddenly just like, I've been tolerating this man for years. Right now, Never again.
This thing you just said, someone might actually correlate it with what's happening in the Western society, where if you divorce, you're entitled to, like, you know, half of the man's wealth.
Yeah.
So in such societies, you see high divorce rates.
We are not trying to say that if you give 1,000 women money or if you empower them, they will be wasteful. No, that is not what we are saying. You understand? We are just saying that the society will benefit more.
Even the women themselves.
Even the women themselves, they will benefit more when you empower 100 men as against when you empower 1,000 women. Because the 1,000 women, it's not like they will start wasting the money. No, but they will still be technically dependent and still expecting the men in their lives or in the society you get to level up and do certain things. It doesn't just because of a woman is not empowered, it doesn't just eliminate her dependency on a man. Even if she doesn't need him to give her money monthly or thereabouts, she will still be expecting him to do certain stuff. You get, and she knows that the society does not expect certain things from her as a woman. That is just the truth. So any way you look at it, you find that economically it is better to empower 100 men than even 1,000 women.
Let's talk about this video. To me, women are natural leaders, natural providers, natural protectors. It takes a lot for one to be a protector and a provider. Men only provide financially, which is the easiest thing to do. In a relationship, a lot is required. We need emotional support, physical support, mental support. Men only provide financial support, and that's all most of them do, and that's all most of them want to hold on to. They do that alone and they call themselves provider. Being a provider, a lot is required. Providing financially alone does not entirely make you a provider. So women are more providers than men are. You cannot say because a man is providing financially, that makes him the provider of the house. No. What about the woman that is there providing for that man emotionally, providing for the children emotionally, providing for the children mentally, spiritually, and otherwise? Women are the providers of the family, mostly. Women are also the protectors. You cannot just say because a man has the physical strength, which not all men do have, not because a man has the physical strength to protect a woman or his family from danger means that that man should be called the protector. When you think about protection, a lot should come to your mind. Who protects the family from emotional damage? The women. Who protects the family from mental drainage? The women. Who protects the family from spiritual issue? The women. So women are protectors and providers, not men. Men only focus on providing money and physical protection. That's if that family ever requires one. Sometimes the men can't even do that. The police does that. So looking at it, women are the protectors and the providers that men are dragging to be. When you talk about leadership, women are better leaders than men are. This is an argument I don't think we want to have today. Let's see how people are reacting to this in the comment section. Women are natural leaders, providers, protectors, nurturers. Let's see how someone reacted to the comment. This one said, did you listen to the video? Moral courage is not innate to any one gender. It's a human skill that must be practiced. Yes, I get your point. It must be practiced, but over time, women are the ones practicing it more than men are practicing it. So women are more providers than men are. Perpetuating gender essentialism is what fuels this myth that women are somehow naturally responsible for the labor of nurturing society when it's actually all of our responsibility. We all must practice the skill of moral courage in order to have it. None of us are born with it. This is what people are not getting. And the fact that women are the ones practicing it more than men are means women are better off at it, but that does not mean that it has to be women doing it. We've had the argument of women being nurturers. I've always kicked against that. Anyone can be a nurturer. Anyone can take care of a baby. And I've always asked this question. Let's say a woman gave birth and she passed on in the process. Does that mean that the baby also needs to die? No. A baby does not need the mother to survive. Anyone can cater for the baby, be it their grandfather, their father, their uncle, their grandmother. That alone shows that a baby does not need the mother to survive. Survival is a human skill. You need skills. Cooking is a human skill. It's a survival skill. It's not gendered. But a lot of men don't want to have this conversation because they are lazy and they don't want to put in the work. This person says the fact remains that women are collective minded, the good of all, while males are competitive minded, self-interest. A lot of that may be due to the biological need for males to compete with each other for sexual favor in order to pass on their genes, but it remains a serious issue regardless. Male competing with each other in what way to pass on what gene? What exactly is she talking about? Are you making reference to the sperm? That is a sperm coming from one particular man. I see no competition there. The man releasing thousands of sperm and they're all racing towards the egg. So is she saying the sperms are competing with each other? It's just a sperm from a man competing, or sperms from a man competing with each other, not from different men. She continued and said, competitive motivation is ego-driven and a poor leadership skill. It centers the best interest of self, not the best interest of collective, which is why the world under patriarchy is a trash hole. Men could do better, but it doesn't seem to be in their nature whatsoever to lead. Let's have a look at more comments. If patriarchy was the natural way, then why does it take violence to uphold it? Good question. They are naturally territorial. This has actually been studied. Men in families spend their money on booze, lotto tickets, and toys for themselves, while women in families spend their money on the family, what the kids need, groceries, school supplies, etc. in general. Beautifully said. I'd still be married if my husband understood this. He provided financially but nothing else. Providing and protecting is about so much more than money, and this is what a lot of men don't get. Maybe they get it but they don't care because they're selfish. Men are all, of course, not identical. Among men are heroes and cowards, cops and robbers, abusers and lovers. Of course, all men aren't one thing, just like women aren't all one thing, right? This man is trying to say don't put all men in one category. And let me ask this question. I was going to ask this question when I played the video where the woman said the benevolent patriarchy man does not exist. Basically, what she's saying that is all men are the same. And we've had this argument a lot on my channel. Some women feel triggered when they hear you say all men are not the same. They believe all men are the same. And to me, I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to put everyone in one category, because I understand that there's a whole lot that shapes the boy, forms his character. And some men or some boys are lucky to have been brought up in family background that does not support what the society teaches. So if we are arguing that all men are the same, then we should be saying that the character that they exhibit does not come from the society, but from the creator. They were created that way. So if that is what you're saying, then I can believe that all men are the same. But if that's not the argument, if we are basing our argument on societal conditioning and grooming, then I don't think all men are the same because of the way some men were brought up. I see this all the time. Men and women are wired differently. Men are innate macro thinkers. Just give me the facts. Don't bother me with the details. Women are innate micro managers. Focus on the details. Just tick the boxes and fill in the blankets and everything will take care of itself. Not gender traits, but human skills. Spot on nurturing and homemaking and emotional intelligence fall into this category too. All humans can and should practice these things. This man's explanation does not make sense. But anyways, let's have a look at what people are saying about it in the comments section. Men use marriages to subdue their wives. Almost all men want a wife who is like 30 steps behind them. She wakes up one day and realizes her life was put on standstill for the man's advancement. Then that is the reason. Now, if men treat women with respect and helps her reach her full potentials, she is mentally and financially in a good place. Why would she leave her marriage because of money? Your intro says, I have been tolerating this man for years, which means the man had her put up with less than she deserves. If he didn't put her through stuff, the word tolerating wouldn't come up. The same men who want their wives to be nothing are the ones who give their daughters everything. You're linking two factors that do not correlate. Financially empowering women may place them in a position where they are able to stand against abuse from their husbands. It does not mean it is a financial waste to the family unit. In fact, men are more likely to spend a higher percentage of the money for their own personal pleasure than the women would. By the way, I'm a man. That's good to know. And that's a good point. The fact remains that lots of women are in marriages because the man is providing, not because they are in love. So when they can provide for themselves, then you see their real self. They don't need you. So above 80% of women don't want to stay in marriages, but poverty makes them stay. Unfortunately, this is coming from a man. Unfortunately, when men get empowered 80% of the time, they reach out to women. But when women get empowered, they tend to stay away from men or try to make the men around them less men. Only a very mature woman, a woman who has fully embraced her femininity, can manage power effectively without using it as destructive weapon. This is coming from a man that has a low value, low self-esteem. So let me address what that man said. How can you say empowering a woman is not the way to go? If you empower a girl child, you empower the nation, the globe. If you empower a male child, you are empowering one person, an individual. What does that tell you? Imagine empowering a family woman, a woman that is married, has got children. Women are not selfish. Most women prioritize their children, even their selfish husband. If you give that woman that empowerment, she's not just only going to do for herself alone, she's also going to fend for her children, give them better life. But if you choose to empower a man, that man will become selfish to the point that the money is going to be a fuel for him to get a side chick. He will start frolicking with girls around, hanging out with his friends, chasing women, and leaving his family, his children and wife at home hungry. The reason why a lot of women will not hesitate in leaving their husbands should they be empowered financially is because that man never treated them well. They are just there because of the provision they are getting, not because that man is a good man. They are just in that relationship or marriage for survival. So should they be given the chance, the opportunity to fend for themselves, such women will be long gone. So this is a lesson for men to learn. They need to think. Men think providing is all that is needed from them in a relationship. Providing means a lot, not just giving money. But men are too lazy to build relationship with women they are married to. They're too lazy to connect with their wives and their family members. I mean their children. They'd rather provide financially alone than provide in every ramification and be good fathers and good husbands. So don't blame women if they get empowered and leave the relationship. We should be asking the right questions. Why are these women leaving? How are those men treating them in their marriages? Rather than saying women should not be empowered. That was a wrong statement to make, in my opinion.
How do you all find your boyfriends and are in relationships and it works? I don't understand it. There are a billion of people in this world. Do we have like multiple people that are for us and we just gotta find one of them? Or do we really have one person? Because how the fuck am I supposed to find that person? Oh, I'm tired. Why would you send me the wrong people first? What's the point? You want to make me suffer first? Like, you want to break me down first so I can understand how amazing the person is? I understand already. Like, you don't have to keep sending me nonsense. Then don't pack it in something that looks like my man. Like, shit. Those who are in happy relationships, what the fuck did you do? And why are you not teaching us? And those men that are in happy relationships, I don't know, but I hope you're great. Those men that are just out there for pure fuckery and you know it. Put your fucking days. Goals in the world, yeah, I don't understand either. It's always been the people that I didn't ask for. I was okay. I was peaceful. Now you come to destroy my fucking peace. Alright, let's get the day started. Let's have a good one.
Okay, super hot and ironic take. But I don't think being in a relationship is the flex that you think it is. And my sentiment is wrapped up in something my friend said to me a while ago. She said, Farah, the problem has never been finding a man. The problem has been finding a good man. Like, I don't think I will ever be jealous of a couple on the internet, even before I was in a relationship, because you don't know what's going on in the relationship. And furthermore, I think it's the person that makes the relationship worth it, not the relationship in itself. Because truly, anybody can be in a relationship. But how many people are in a good relationship? And I'm not going to lie to you, if I was not dating Sean Daniels, I don't know who I would be dating. Or I don't know if I would be in a relationship, honestly. Because this thing is work, and I cannot just be working for anybody.
Men treat you the way that they see you. Let me explain. The reason why you have so much difficulty navigating dating is because if a man gives you attention, you don't know how to move forward. You have to understand that attention means nothing. Men can give attention just like women can accept money. You can accept money from a million different people. That doesn't mean that you want to marry him and give him babies. Men are the same way. They can give their attention to whomever they want. And a lot of these guys will even go so far as to tell you, I don't want anything. I don't want a relationship. I just kind of want to see how things go. And they're hoping that the woman doesn't have enough self-respect that she will stick around and hope and wish upon a star that one day he will change. Let me be the one to tell you this. He knows how to treat you better. He knows how to prioritize you. He knows exactly what you're looking for. He knows how to make you feel seen and heard and loved. But he doesn't want to. Stop trying to figure out why. Stop wondering, why does he look at my stories? Why does he still text me? Why does he always come back when he ghosts me? We should need to stop. As a whole, as a gender, we need to stop wondering about the why and focusing squarely on the what. If he is not stepping up and being what you need, flex your feminine power and deny him access. Walk away. If it is gray, walk away. If you had to learn this lesson the hard way, comment never again in the comments.
Romantic love is the biggest propaganda that's ever been sold to women. This is a script designed by society to make women willingly give up our power, ambitious resources without even realizing it. This is gonna be a very brutal video. It's gonna burst your little romantic bubble. So if you're not ready, scroll away. Please don't watch it. So from the very beginning, little girls are fed with the same storyline. You gotta wait for a Prince Charming, 19 shining armors to come save you, pick you. Disney princess set the template. All the princesses are beautiful, delicate. They're picked, chosen, saved by the prince, and they live a happily ever after life. So what's the message here for the young girls? You don't need to take control of your own life. You can just sit there and wait for a guy to come to save you. That's why I think Mulan is the only Disney princess little girls should be learning from, because she's not waiting for a guy. She's fighting her own destiny. So as women grow older, the propaganda got a new package. But the core belief is the same. Romance is a woman's ultimate goal. From rom-coms to K-dramas, no matter how accomplished a woman is, the happily ever after for her is always a wedding, a baby, and a man. Like Rachel from Friends, she gave up her career in Paris for Ross, which is totally understandable and valid. But the bigger picture here is that society keeps constantly reinforces the idea that no matter how brilliant a woman is, without love, without man, she is not complete. So what's the result of years of programming? Women weaken themselves and call this love. How many women have lost themselves in marriage and motherhood? How many women pause their careers for a man, for kids? Look no further than Naomi Osaka. Remember when Cardi B's ex-husband told her, "You're my baby mama, I want"? When you think it's love, they just want to trap you. And the scariest part is women often defend this. You defend a man that does not respect you one bit. You accept the bare minimum and believing loving him is way more important than loving yourself. You accept the bare minimum, meanwhile brainwashing yourself you can fix him, you can make this better. And that's the most dangerous thing about this propaganda. You think it's your choice, you think you do it for love, but you're just being brainwashed. I'm not saying romantic love isn't important. I'm not saying there are not good men out there, but it's very important for more women to wake up from these illusions.
Men don't marry the love of their lives. That's something that women do. Men marry the woman who is there when he is.
I moved in with my children's father when I was 18 years old. We got married pretty young. I was 23. I always knew that I loved him more than he loved me. I just did. A year after we got married, things had changed. He had changed. And he said, "I don't want kids anymore. I don't want to be married." And I said, "Why did we just buy a house? Like, why did you marry me? I didn't get on one knee and ask you to marry me." And he said, "Because if I didn't marry you, someone else would have." And that was the vibe.
Girlies, it's your gay best friend here. We gotta have a talk. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that I will always be for my girls, especially black women, always. But we're going to have to talk because there's some things that sometimes women refuse to acknowledge, and you end up in her situation over and over and over again. Now, I always say this, there is nothing more dangerous than a woman in love, because women, when they love, there is nothing they won't do for the man that they love. And it is so bad that they will continue to lose themselves in order to appease the man. Now, this isn't what makes them most dangerous. What makes them the most dangerous is that when a woman falls in love, She lives in a whole different realm than anyone else is in. Now, you might say, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is all of the small innuendos, all of the red flags, the people around you see. Even your other girlfriends can see it because they're not in love with the man that you're in love with. And what they see is a man that isn't in love with you. And this creator said it in the beginning of her video, is that she knew that she loved her man more than he loved her. So then this begs the question of, why do you women constantly settle for mediocrity? Why do y'all settle for the bare minimum? Because you knew it. You knew it. But what falls in line with women is that y'all think y'all can always fix men. And the reality is these men don't want to be fixed. They're happy the way that they are because you're going to continue to accept it regardless. So now we have to be the adults and say, okay, women, you're going to have to take some responsibility. Like, yeah, he's 85% wrong in this situation, but you are definitely 15% wrong in this one as well, because I know there were signs. Him not being as inclusive with you, him not really being there with you, him not really going above and beyond for you, him missing Mother's Day, him not getting you anything for Christmas. I've seen it all over TikTok. And I'm not talking about her situation. I'm just talking about women in general. Like, these small signs y'all continue to make excuses for. And I've seen women post videos about it and then get mad when other people tell you that your man ain't no good, he trash, and then you start defending your man. That's why I will always say there's nothing more dangerous than a woman that is in love, because even though she's in love by herself. And that is what's sad. And then I'm going to preface this. You said in this video that no one forced him to get on his knee. No one forced him to buy a house with you. No one told him that. Society told him that. You might not have, but society did, right? He goes around his friends. He goes around his family. They're like, you have a good woman. She take care of the house. She's there for you. She's supportive. She is your building blocks. Like, you are now building a foundation. Go ahead and move forward. Society is telling him this, sorry. But the point that he ignores is that that's not what he wants. But he wants to appease the others. And unfortunately, that comes at the expense of you and your time. That's why you need to make sure that the person that you are engaging in a relationship with is also as infatuated with you as you are with them. And if the answer is no, then why are you wasting your short time on this earth? And people wonder why women are the ones that have a higher divorce rate. It's because y'all open your eyes and you realize it ain't worth it anymore.
Let's have a look at the comment section of this particular video. She's talking about how romantic love is the biggest propaganda sold to women. And that's true. A lot of women believe in fantasy. They believe that they have this one person somewhere for them. Yeah, some people are of the opinion that they have a particular man that is meant for them on this planet. Mostly the Christian people believe that you have that one person that was created to complement you when it comes to relationship. For me, I don't believe in that. I don't even believe in the romantic love, the love where you see someone, you meet someone and you start feeling butterfly in your stomach. That love blinds you. It blinds you from seeing things the way they are. It blinds you from asking the right questions you're supposed to ask in relationships when you meet someone. It blinds you from stating what you want from that relationship. Relationship is supposed to be straight to the point, logic. But because they know that if women start applying logic in relationship, many men will not stand a chance. That's the truth. Many men will end up being single because the women will not choose them because of their bad behaviors. It will be so easy for women to detect the men's bad behaviors. So what was the best thing for them to do? Sell us romantic romantic love. Women get blinded by love to the point that they don't get to see a man's bad behavior. Relationship, like I said, is supposed to be straightforward. You meet someone, you vet the person, you ask yourself, is this person good for me? How is this person treating me? Do I like what this person is doing to me? Is this person my person? My person in the sense that, are we compatible? What are his core values? What are my values? My core values? What is his perspective to life? How does he view life? Do we align? You have to ask questions. You have to observe that person, research that person. You can't do this when you're falling in love with someone. The fake love. You can't do this. And to me, love is humanity, or humanity is love. That's what true love is to me. Because I don't get it. Men claim to love women, but they batter them, they beat them, they cheat on them. That is not love. You know, cheating on someone is going to hurt the person. But when you talk about humanity as love, because you understand that the person you love is equally a human as you are, and if you hurt that person, you would feel it, because if they hurt you, you would also feel the same pain. So because you love that person, you know what it takes, what it means to treat a person badly because you felt it before, or you know you're going to feel it. You wouldn't want to do that to the person. That is definition of my own love. Every other love the patriarchy defines, I don't agree, I don't believe, I don't follow. So let's see what people are saying in the comment section. I always think about how Mulan was my feminist awakening. They are talking about the cartoon, animation, all them stuff. This one says, women just want to be loved and people take advantage of this. I still have this propaganda. How do I reverse this though? That's a good question. How do you reverse this if you're still believing in fairy tale, if you're still believing in romantic love? How do you reverse this? You reverse this by telling yourself the bitter truth, by loving yourself and setting boundaries. You need to love yourself to the point that you should be able to recognize when someone is not good for you, when someone is treating you badly, when someone is belittling you. That's how you love yourself. If you can tell when someone is belittling you and you remove yourself from that equation, that is self-love. But if someone is treating you badly and you're still there with the person, you obviously hate yourself. It's not difficult. It's just by you putting yourself first, prioritizing your happiness. That's it. It's not that hard. Setting strict boundaries. Do not break your walls for anyone. Do not lower your standards. I know it's going to be difficult, especially if you're a pick-me, if you're a very needy person. You have to feel that pain. Be by yourself. Learn how to be by yourself. Detach. It's going to be a struggle, but you have to feel the pain to reap the benefit at the end of it. This one says, my grandma was abused by her husband. My mom and her aunts were abused by their husbands. They all still told me and my sister getting a man was one of the most important things in our lives. It stops with us. We are not falling for this lie. Yeah, we see this all the time. You would see a woman that is being maltreated by her husband advising her girl children to get married so early. And I don't get it. It's all they know. They think that's the best way because that's what the society told them. That's what their parents told them. So they think this is just the way to survive. Without a man, you cannot survive. You're nobody. That's what they think and that's what they were told. Love is a disease to a woman with goals and ambition. This is very deep and it's true. What is mostly common is this. The moment a woman that is very ambitious finds a man and falls in love, she forgets herself, forgets her brain, forgets her purpose, her ambition, her passion, and makes her life all about the man's life. She centers the man. That is what love brings. You lose yourself and you make your life, your existence all about that of the man. I think romantic love is great. I just don't prioritize it more than any other forms of love in my life. That's the propaganda. It's a real thing, but it cannot be the most important form of love to you. I choose respect, partnership and communication over what they tell us women should be wanting in men. I watch my mom suffer because she decided to be a housewife and not have her own money.
As a relationship therapist, I realized that a lot of people never actually find their true love. Now stick with me here. And it's so interesting because these days, especially as we get older, we see our friends and our peers getting married and having children and appearing to be with their forever partners. But a lot of these couples do come to me, and what if I told you that most of these connections aren't as rooted in love as they may appear? Most relationships are more about the benefits of being with a particular person rather than actual true love. You see, true love is who we are, and everyone deserves it. We come here through love, and I'm not talking about the love of your parents in the bedroom. We as humans, or just beings in general, are fundamentally the frequency of love. And that is why we chase it in the first place. We're seeking what we know is a part of us. Love in itself is a frequency more than it is an emotion. That means if one feels in love, that is an indicator that they are radiating at the same frequency, at the same altitude that love sits. And that is what makes them feel in love. But in reality, at that point, they just are love. I hope you're following. So there's an illusion that we're feeling in love, but the truth is that feeling comes from being it. And it feels so good to feel that because at our core, that is what we are. On the contrary, that's why it doesn't feel good to feel emotions opposite from love, because that is taking us further from who we are. And that's why the bad emotions hurt. So feeling love ultimately means we are it. And if we are it, we are now aligned with who we truly are, which feels good. So as a couples therapist, I've observed pair after pair. And I've realized that most people don't ever really find true love, but many do find someone that's good to partner up with. Now hold on to the reality of that. I've learned that most people never find true love because in order to find that, you would have to be that. And life is so busy, conflicting, and distracting that many don't have the time to actually focus on becoming it. Remember, love is more of a frequency rather than a simple emotion. So in order to find our person that is our true love, we would first have to match the frequency of true love, which is something most of us fail or avoid to do. Many people wait a lifetime to stumble into the one that makes them feel everything, the one that gives them no problems and makes them feel like they're in a Disney movie. But you'd actually have to become that first, which is way easier said than done. And it gets tricky because we assume being nice or giving or lover boys and girls is the type of love and care that'll do it for us. But the love that is referenced here is deeper and it takes more conscious effort to align with. So how do we do it, Benny? Skip to the good part. How do we become love, the real kind, so we can have that? Well, I'm going to be honest. It's simple. Love holds the same frequency as purity, truth, authenticity, no judgment, and radical acceptance. Now, even something as simple as having a very specific expectation for a partner, have to be this tall, have this ethnicity, this job, whatever, will move us in the opposite direction of love. Because in order to have an expectation met, you would have to judge a person, which goes against the high frequency we seek to obtain. We're trying to get up here. Judgment is down there. Again, love is the highest of all frequencies. And so therefore, in order to receive it, that true and explainable love, not the I love or like somebody enough to settle down with them love, you'd have to become it, which means you'd have to match the frequency of purity, authenticity, no judgment, and radical acceptance. Now, of course, many other things fall in the category of high frequencies. So to sum it up, being the highest version of yourself will get you there. That's how you get that. Now, I'm sure this is something you kind of already know, especially if you've been following me for a while. Be good to get good kind of thing. And not only because the Bible says to, not because your kindergarten teacher told you to be a good noodle, not even because society holds us to those standards, because energetically, you attract the things you carry the same frequency as. So if you want deep, deep love, you need to be it, the true kind. I know that's not your typical cookie cutter how to find a partner, but it works. Hope that helps. Love y'all forever. Mwah.
I asked my therapist, how does a woman know she's in the wrong relationship even when she's still in love? She didn't answer right away. She answered with the list of 10 symptoms, not of the heart, but of the body. So here's 10 silent ways a woman's body cries out for help when she's with the wrong man. Because the body always knows, even when the heart still hopes. And most importantly, even when your mind is still making excuses. Number 1, she's always tired. No matter how much she sleeps, it's never enough. Because emotional survival is exhausting. Let's be very clear. She's not lazy. She's drained from what she's carrying that she can't say out loud. Number 2, her eating habits, they change drastically. Some days she can't eat, while other days she binges. Because when love feels unstable, food becomes the one thing that the body can't control or completely lose grip on. 3, her period goes haywire. Painful, irregular, missing, because the feminine body protects itself in unsafe environments. When love becomes fear, the body starts to shut down. She feels sick before seeing him, not nerves, nausea, tight chest, racing heart. It's not excitement, it's her body begging her to listen. Number 5, her skin flares up. Breakouts, rashes, sensitivity. Because chronic stress triggers inflammation. And stress in the name of love, quote unquote, isn't love, it's damage. Number 6, she cries in secret. At night, in the bathroom, in the shower, not because she's weak, but because her nervous system can't carry the weight of pretending anymore. Number 7, her libido disappears. She doesn't feel open, playful, or safe because desire can't live in a body that feels emotionally unsafe. No, she's not cold. She's in protection mode. Number 8, her breathing changes. Shallow, tight, quick. Her voice softens. Her chest locks. Her posture closes because her body knows how to shrink in the presence of danger. Number 9, her digestion turns on her. Bloating, gut pain, constipation. Because trauma doesn't just live in the mind, it lives in the belly. And she's tired of trying to stomach what's hurting her. Number 10, she disassociates. She zones out, she goes numb. Feels like a ghost of who she used to be. Because when your soul is not safe, your body learns how to disappear. These are not just symptoms, they're survival signals. Your body isn't betraying you, it's protecting you. The relationship does not have to be violent to be damaging. Sometimes the harm isn't invisible until you stop recognizing yourself. And if this video made you cry, made you think, or made you think of someone else, send it to them. Save it for later. And I'll end with this. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not alone. You're just someone whose body got tired of pretending it was fine.
Modern society is so dedicated to taking us outside of ourselves that very rarely do we even know what it is to be at complete peace with ourselves and to hold peace within. This is one of the greatest challenges of living in modern society. It is designed with distractions as the primary thing. There is, the devices, video games, there is your job, there is the, marriages, relationships, there is, the hustle culture that all of us are now drawn into. And all of these things are systematically taking us away from ourselves. So we are drawn outside. We're drawn into everything else. Gossip, social climbing, climbing the corporate ladder, finding true love, fitting in with the group, the social group or the communities that we find ourselves part of. It starts from very early, from we're in kindergarten, where, our mothers organize play dates for us, and then we feel like we have to fit in with everybody else. So by the time we get to high school, we have never even cultivated happiness. We don't know what it is. It's always just been, what do they think of me? Or does he like me? Or will I get the job? Or did I get a good grade? So we have now associated happiness with externalities, with materials, with emotional responses, with friendships, with relationships, with how we look, with our educational attainment, with our professional attainment, with our popularity. So now most people are totally disconnected from the whole concept of happiness, but happiness is an inside job. And so what is required is for us to truly know how it feels to be happy.
Whenever somebody is coming in your life, they are coming to take something from you. You just have to figure out what that thing is. This is what happened between Janae and Kenny. Can I say I'm surprised? Absolutely not. I think that a lot of women fall into this trap. A lot of women are not able to understand that life is a game. And while you're moving authentically with people, they're moving strategically with you. So regardless of how much you may be a hopeful, romantic, lovey-dovey, authentic, you wear your heart on your sleeves, that's great. But when you're dealing with other humans, unfortunately, that can't always be the case with you. You have to be able to look at people and watch them closely, cross your T's, dot your I's, and decipher, why are you here? What are your intentions with me? Especially when it comes to romance, because I hate seeing this stuff happening to women, especially Black women. Black women are always getting exploited for whatever benefit that they have. Society likes to use Black women as a stepping stool. That's why I'm so strict about what's mine, because I know that people are always looking to use a Black woman as a booster seat. I'm very aware of that. That's why I'm very possessive of my things, because people will literally align themselves with a Black woman, take the benefit of her, and then throw her out like a wet rag. Society has been exploiting Black women for centuries. And this was a case where this guy saw her and thought, wow, she's very popular. A lot of people like her. She's a fan favorite. She's getting endorsement deals. Maybe I'll align myself with her. I don't even like Black women. But let me align myself with her and see what I can gain from the situation. Men are always looking to gain. Women are always looking to give. When it should be the other way around, where men are the one giving and women are the one taking. It's even like that during intercourse. But because society's backwards, everything is now backwards, where the woman is coming in to give when she encounters a man, while the man in his mind is coming to take. So ladies, just use more strategy.
The next video coming up is about a woman that caught her boyfriend cheating on her red-handed, but he denied it. Basically, they were watching the TV together. He had his phone connected to the TV. I think they were using it to listen to music. So he went to the bathroom and then he forgot that the phone was still connected to the TV. Let's watch the video.
Yeah, why the fuck my guy just went to the bathroom, right? Now we was just listening to some music. This motherfucker got his shit mirrored to the phone and the bitch forgot. Look, let me show y'all this shit so y'all won't think I'm fucking tripping. This nigga he in the bathroom. Look. She just got in the crib. Oh, okay. Trying to come over. Hell yeah, I was just thinking about you the whole time I was out. Oh, really? Oh, bitch, okay. Okay. Look, he's still texting her ass. Wait till he get the fuck out this bathroom. Wait till this bitch. Oh, now he went on the bitch. Yo, do y'all see this shit? Look. So y'all won't think I'm fucking lying. Look at this shit. He's talking about. Okay, watch this. This bitch in the bathroom, he don't know that his TV muted. Talking about your son sleep. Bitch, come out the bathroom.
He's killing me, man.
Yeah, and then he's sitting up here like it's a fucking a joke or something. Like I'm lying that you weren't just texting another girl. Like, Keisha. Fuck is you talking about? Yo, hey, like I'm so that's why the fuck I stay single, because of shit like this. And you got motherfuckers wanna give me another chance and all this other shit.
Putting a motherfucker on.
I don't care. Now you on the phone with your mama.
fuck out of here.
Now he on the phone with his mama. So now you calling your mama?
Who the fuck do that though? That's what I'm saying.
Now you putting your mama. Okay, call your mama. Y'all see? That's why our relationship is going down the drain. Cause he always want to call his damn mama. The fuck? He is lying. Look, he's lying. Right, what his mama gonna do? Like, what his mama gonna do? Nothing?
Fuck out of here.
The bitch that text you again. Right. Stupid ass. Go ahead, pull it up. Yeah, you was emptying them apps quick as hell too. Right. Right. He can't show me now. You can't show me now, right? Yeah. Now your ass got busted. Now you talking about you about to go to the store. Now you about to go over Keisha's house, right? You can get your shit and Keisha over there too.
Okay, man.
Yeah. Boy, bye.
It blows me every fucking time. Every time I come over here, it's always some shit. It's always something with some broad. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, call his ass slipping. Yes, I call him the fuck slipping. Yes. The fuck? You give a nigga another chance, and then this what the fuck they do. Like, I'm the damn fool. You know what I'm saying? You could go on over Keisha's house. Tell her don't go to sleep. The fuck? Where you at? Silly ass. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. Then he always trying to look. Y'all see he trying to flip the script, and then man, cause I like ain't nobody got time for this. Then he always trying to look. Y'all see he trying to flip the script, and then man, cause I went on live. When I just you more worried about the live. You more worried about the live, though.
You give a fuck about.
Okay. So answer the question.
I answered.
No, come here. Come here. So you gonna sit there and tell me that you didn't I just seen everything. You talking about her son bad as hell. He always hating everything. Yes, I just seen it. So I'm lying? Oh, nigga, so you smiling, right?
What am I smiling about? What am I possible?
Can I see the phone?
If you saw what was in my phone, as you say, then what you need to see it for?
Let me see. So, but you said you wasn't. Okay. Okay, see, this is what I be talking about. No, come here. Derek. Come here, Derek. Derek, come here. Come here, Derek. Come here, Derek.
Please let me know what you think about that video. People were very upset with her in the comment section. She said, you know, when you pour a lot into someone, it becomes difficult for you to walk away. It's not a skit. It's a real life situation. But people are so mad at her because they said, why are you bargaining? Why are you begging a cheat? You're not supposed to be having back and forth with him. This man disrespected you and he's lying on top of that. You're having a conversation with him. And the way she was approaching things, it seems like she was chilled about it. The people in the comment section were so mad at her. People were saying, don't listen to her. She's not going to leave. She's still there. She doesn't think what he did is that huge. But like I said, she said it's difficult to walk away, especially when you've invested a lot in someone in a relationship. What do I think? Regardless of how much time, money, resources, whatever you invested in someone, you should always know when to leave. When the disrespect is a lot, leave. The very first time he disrespects you is the best time to leave. And I think the Kaisha is not new to her because she's so chilled about it, honestly. It seems like that man has been cheating on her and she's aware. She seems okay with it. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Feel free to leave your comment, share your story if you have anyone, and also subscribe if you're yet to do so. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for your support. Bye.